Well, good evening, good morning. Welcome to FightBackMedia.com. My name is Willie Lawson. I trust that you've had a great Memorial Day weekend and you were able to celebrate Memorial Day in the way that it was supposed to be celebrated and honor those that gave all. So we could sit here and do this kind of thing and not worry about someone banging on the door and dragging us off somewhere. And that sounds hyperbolic, but folks, it happens, and it happens all around the world, except it doesn't happen here. As long as we have people who are willing to give everything to make sure that it doesn't happen here. I found something I thought was interesting that I thought I'd share here on YouTube and Rumble, and I'm going to share this in both places. For those of you who have been following the channel, on the Rumble channel, I have imported actually all of the videos that I did on YouTube for the entire year. So you're going to see a jump in the number of videos. It's not that I've been doing videos, in the middle of the night. Well, yeah, really I have. But we're going to try to increase the number of videos on the Rumble channel for sure. I'm going to give you if not a daily, a bi-daily, is that bi-daily? Like every couple of days? Every other day, a new video. We want to get as much meat in the sausage tube as we can. And that's what it's all about, to get as much meat in the sausage tube as we can on as many subjects as we can. All right, I found this interesting, and I want to know if you find it interesting. I was on Real Clear Politics just now, as a matter of fact, and they have a list of the favorability ratings for U.S. political figures. And I thought that was interesting. Us, all of us, we don't like any of them. We don't like any of them. Let's start off with the least liked. The least liked. Can you guess who it is? I bet you'd be wrong. It's Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell has a 55% unfavorability rate. He is negative 29.7% from his favorable to unfavorability. Negative 29.7. Nobody likes that dude at all. Nobody. The left doesn't like Moscow Mitch. The right doesn't like Mitch because Mitch often is someone who is obviously interested in his own career and not the interests of the American people. Nobody likes Mitch. I think what you get T-shirts that say nobody likes Mitch. Everybody hates Mitch. Everybody. If there's one thing that we can all agree on, we hate Mitch. And we're all looking. We're always looking for that thing. Well, what can we all agree on? We can all agree on that nobody likes Mitch. Nobody. He polls badly across the board. All right. Next, not surprising, in nobody likes is Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi has an unfavorability rating. She has the highest unfavorability rating at 57%. The spread from favorable to unfavorable is 22.8%. Nobody likes her either. Isn't that interesting? And it isn't just the right that doesn't like Nancy Pelosi. A lot of people on the left don't like Nancy Pelosi either, because Pelosi is one of those people who are from the corporate Democrats. She's the Hillary Clinton type Democrat, and there are a lot of people on the left who are on the far left who think that she is an encumbrament to the progressive left at this point. Although she pretends to be a progressive left, she's really more of a corporate Democrat, and she's hated by everybody. So if there's something we can all agree on, we can all hold hands and sing "Kumbaya." We hate Mitch, and we hate Nancy Pelosi. We hate Nancy Pelosi, but we hate Mitch more. I think this is awesome. All right. Oh, and third, and moving from people we really hate to people that we hate but not hate so much, is of course Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer has a 46.5% favorability rating, unfavorable rating rather. He is 16.5 points, 16.5 points in the spread between his favorable and unfavorability. So most of us don't like him because he's a pretty unlikable person, and I think he's unlikable as a Democrat for the very same reason that Nancy Pelosi is unlikable. Um, he's one of those corporate Democrats from the Hillary Clinton era, and not nearly as progressive as people as the left wants him to be. And he's way too progressive for the folks on the right. Nobody likes that dude either, and he's kind of swarmy, isn't he? Kind of swarmy. He's kind of that New York swarmy. Nobody likes him. Oh, and your niece, she's not funny either. Um, all right, who's next here? Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy is the GOP the minority GOP leader, not minority in black, but the minority leader in the House, and nobody likes him either, because those people in that position, kind of their job is to be the fly in the ointment. That's kind of their job. Their job is to kind of glue up the works, keep things from flowing smoothly for the majority. That's their job. The job is to make sure that the majority doesn't get away with stuff. And Kevin is he's a California Republican. And I don't know if there's something about being a California Republican that gives you an inferiority complex, but he's definitely got one. He's got one, no doubt. And he isn't as strong as people on the right would like him to be, and he is a pain in the butt to most Democrats. So nobody likes him either. He has a 14.3% spread between his favorable and unfavorable ratings. All right, let's see here. And then, of course, with a 51.3% unfavorability rating is the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris. Yeah. Basically, the spread between favorable and unfavorable for her is 11.6%. And you know what I think that is? I think that people are afraid to say they don't like her. I think people are afraid to say, we don't like you. You're Booster. I remember Jingle All the Way. Yeah, you're Booster. Nobody likes you. We have another Booster too in this list. Nobody likes them either. But people are afraid to say that they don't like her because people are afraid of being canceled. People are afraid of saying, well, you don't like her because she's a woman. You don't like her because she's black. You don't like her because she's Indian, or whatever she is this week. You're holding her past against us. Right? So I think that people are afraid to come out, even in polls, and say they don't like Kamala Harris. They have an unfavorable opinion of Kamala Harris. Again, but at 51.3 in the unfavorable category, people don't like her. People just don't like Kamala Harris. They don't. And speaking of Booster, if you remember the movie Jingle All the Way, there was Turbo Man, right? And his sidekick Booster. And you couldn't get a Turbo Man doll. Couldn't find one. And that was the crux of the movie. But you could get as many boosters. Booster was his sidekick. You can get those all day long. They were everywhere. But nobody wanted Booster. They wanted Turbo Man. Joe Biden is Barack Obama's... He's Booster to Barack Obama's Turbo Man. Nobody wants Booster. But they got Booster because that's all there was, right? So we got Booster. Joe Biden's unfavorability rating, according to this Real Clear Politics amalgamation of polls, is at 52.1%. A spread between favorability and unfavorability of 8.5 points. Most people don't like him. I really do think this, though. Most folks with Joe Biden are of the mind that he's not really in charge. It's Barack Obama that's in charge. He's still playing Booster to Barack Obama's Turbo Man. Still. Do you think so? What do you think about that? Is Joe Biden playing booster to Barack Obama's Turbo Man still? All you have to do is write down in the comments or send me an email at fightbackmedia@gmail.com. I'd love to hear your opinion on that take right there. And on this list is a person who is not in office right now, who's only been elected to public office one time. Which is, if you think about this, that's insane. This guy has only been elected to public office once. And it was for the President of the United States, Donald Trump. Donald Trump has an unfavorability rating of 50.8. A spread between favorable and unfavorability of only 6.7%. There's a lot of loud vitriol against Donald Trump. But I think when people are quietly in a poll, of all the people I named, and his unfavorability rating is 50.8, which is lower than both Kamala Harris and Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell, and a smaller spread between favorability and unfavorability. The smallest spread of them all, with only 6.7 points between them. So it seems the guy that we like the most is the guy that we say we hate the most. And that would be Donald Trump. Think about it. He's only run for office one time in his life. One time. He's only been on the ballot one time. Well, twice. He was on the ballot once, and then he won on the ballot again and lost that election. But think about that. The dude's only run for president. Do you know who else was like that? Yeah. So that's the deal with our friend Donald Trump. The fact is that we don't. The fact is that we are people that we don't like. We don't like anybody. We're like Mikey. We hate everything. So what do you think? Give me a comment below, or send me an email at fightbackmedia@gmail.com. My name is Willie Lawson of fightbackmedia.com, The Morning Report, and The Speakeasy on Fightback Media and Fightback Media TV. Until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We'll see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.